It's been, as you know, 15 years since 9/11. Many attempts have been made to narrow the gulf between the Muslim world and the non-Muslim world. But at least in North America and in parts of Europe, that doesn't seem to have happened. Why do you think that is?
This present situation flared up not after 9/11, in my view, after 2008 economic crisis. There you see number of people, especially youth, were made redundant from their jobs. They had nothing to do, was the cause of increasing their frustration. And then a new extremist group emerged, that is Daesh or ISIS. So they also tried to get benefit out of that frustration.
Are we at a critical point inside the Muslim world?
Yes, Muslim world is disturbed. And now that is spreading, it is going beyond to the West.
When we see these tensions increase, we see people react in different ways. We've witnessed in the United States for the last 2 years an election campaign for a new president. We're literally only days away from that happening now.
Yes.
One of the candidates has advocated a total and full ban on all Muslims entering the United States. And occasionally he walks that back to a different position, but to at least extreme vetting of all Muslim.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
What does that say to you?
You see, as far as we are concerned, we are true practicing Muslims. We do not believe in any extremism. As far as other Muslims are concerned, he says that he will put complete ban on them. Okay, he can put ban on them to stop Muslim groups. But what about those millions of Muslims living in his country? How will he behave with them? I believe that if is very big, if he wins, he will not implement it, what he's saying.
Is that not just wishful thinking, though? I mean, he speaks for millions of Americans who feel that way.
Yes, even millions of Americans are not backing him in this regard.
Right. But millions of others are. And we've reached a moment in our history where
then there will be a chaos in the country. If he takes any measure, any step, any harsh step, or tries to deny the rights of the Muslims living in his country, then there is a conflict. And when there is a conflict, then again going to be a disturbance. Even with this, there is no big issue nowadays as such. It has not been implemented. But even then, every now and then you see Muslims are taking revenge. They are brutally killing without any reason. Even in America, it is not only Muslim. There, you can see there are so many mad people in the country who just enter inside the university or the school and they start firing on the students, innocent people. So in America, it is already happening. And there is no gun law. And if he tried to implement whatever he is saying, then I fear that there is going to be a big civil war.
Civil war?
Yes, of course, they will raise against the government, because now if government takes harsh measures just to try to deny all their rights in any way, there are so many hundreds of people even to create any disturbance or nonsense. If single man can single-handedly do it. So they have to use sense. I don't think a president of America, if ever elected president of America, will take any measure which is senseless.
You hope.
This we are allied with His Holiness, a courageous champion of religious freedom and of peace. Ahmadis are renowned throughout the world for their devotion to peace, universal brotherhood, and the will of God.
Let's move it to Canada for a moment. I want to read you the results of a survey that was done. Syrian refugee question. Canada's been a leader in bringing Syrian refugees to the country. And Canadians have felt pretty good about the fact that they've brought in. But the results of the national polling partnership between the CBC, that's my network, and the Angus Reid Institute, 68% of Canadian respondents said minorities should be doing more to fit in with mainstream society instead of keeping their own customs and languages. Now, interestingly, same poll in the States, only 53% of Americans said that. So 68%, almost 7 out of 10 Canadians said minorities aren't doing enough to fit in with the values and culture of the country they've come to. What does that tell you?
If, whether it is America or Canada or any of the Western countries, even millions of people are coming to Germany, if they are those immigrants or refugees are given any status or absorbed in the country, that it is compulsory incumbent upon those people to live in that country which has given them refuge peacefully and try to absorb them into society. But to my view, as far as religion is concerned, it is quite different from that of law. We Muslims, we Ahmadi Muslims, are very much absorbed in the society. And we believe that, even it is the saying of the Prophet of Islam, that the love of your country is part of your faith. And it means once you enter in the country, when you get all the necessary benefits, you get the citizenship of that country, then you have to do your level best with all your capabilities and faculties for the betterment of the country.
Let me pick up on that point a little bit, because you've been critical of some Muslim mosques in Britain, and therefore I assume you think beyond just Britain on this issue. But you've been critical of the fact that in some cases imams have allowed radical thought and organization to take place in their mosques, that they haven't been strong enough on that issue.
You see, if imams are behaving in such a way, I said to the British press and other European press that if they think that imams are playing their role in radicalizing the people, Muslim youth or anybody.
If they have, or that they have? They have.
Not all.
No, not all.
Those who are. Mm-hmm. See, even if they are not, even then they should be monitored.
What does monitoring mean?
Monitoring means when they are delivering sermon, they should be monitored at every sermon. If they are not publicly saying that one, then at least it is the duty of the agencies and the government to keep vigilant eye on them.
So allowing security inside.
Security and vigilance, that what they are doing. It is not spying.
Some would see it as spying, no?
Somewhat, this is why I use this word, because you cannot put the life of the nation at stake because of just some few people. People say that we should integrate. Those who are coming, Muslims should integrate in our Western society. Yes, of course, not matter of only society. To me, integration is you have to be law-abiding.